All right, everybody, it's Vicious here, and today we have an episode all about Miary Zo. There's a interesting little theory that she might be related to Ogre, but it's not really something that's going to be like the focus of this video. However, we can talk about it. So, Miary Zo is the premier Madagascaran, or maybe Magalasian, I don't know how to say it, character. And there's been a bit of controversy on her. So, as I've mentioned before, I thought it was really cool that we have our first African, like black African character, because I've mentioned this in several videos and in passing with friends, that Tekken has a character from every continent except for Africa, really. Unless you want to count Azazel, and we're not even sure if Azazel originated in Africa or what the deal was with it. But Azazel was the originator of the double gene, and Azazel has a lot of Egyptian aesthetics. So we assume that Azazel definitely is African, right? And then we have Zafina. Zafina is of Egyptian descent, and the reason why we know this is because her family used to either guard or I don't remember what their goal was. Like, they were either guards or like priests of like the order that surrounded Azazel. I'm not going to look it up, but just know they had something to do with Azazel. So Zafina is of Egyptian descent. How far that descent is, we don't know because they're very vague. Zafina has no nationality that is known right now. Some people have hinted that she might be Indonesian instead of actually Egyptian because of the name of one of her moves, like way back in the day. She is Middle Eastern of some sort. We don't know if she's like Arabic or what, and that's a big reason why Zafina probably isn't as popular as, like, say Shaheen was with like Middle Eastern people, because Shaheen is definitely like Saudi Arabian, and like they went through extensive research to make sure that they got Shaheen's design right. And I don't know about Zafina. I think Zafina's look has evolved as time has gone on, but they haven't really settled on like a nationality that they wanted to release. I don't know why. That's my least favorite type of character, one with vague ethnicity and vague nationality, so nobody can really get attached to her, even though, you got characters like Michelle Chang, who is from Arizona as far as I know, and is half Native American and half Chinese, So there's two type of people that can relate to Michelle Chang, but nobody can really relate to Zafina. And fast forward, here we are to Miary Zo, or Miary Zo. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but she is Magalasi, what people are saying. I think I said that right. You want to know what Magalasi means? Hold on a second. Let's go ahead and look past all these tabs I got here. Magalasi. So I said that I was happy that we got our first black African on Tekken, and somebody said that she wasn't black, and we had an argument ensue after that. And I looked up. They said that she looked Magalasi. And it says that Magalasi refers to the people, language, and culture of Madagascar. The Magalasi language is an Austronesian language, most closely related to the I can't pronounce that Mayan language of Borneo. The Magalasi people are a diverse group with origins in both Southeast Asia and Africa. So the Magalasi refers to people who live on the island of Madagascar. There are a mix of ethnic groups, including Marina, Betsilio, and I can't pronounce that either. But this is like different from what they showed me the other day. I was under the impression that Magalasi was a mix of Indonesian and Black African cultures, right? And if we look up Magalasi people, let's look up images. You can see the only African country of mixed race, Black Asian people. All right, so that's a video, and I'm not going to bring into question the validity of this video. I'm just saying this is one of the first things you get in terms of images. I'm sure if you get videos, it'll probably be the first thing you see in videos, but you can see what the people look like in these images, and you could see their features. They're definitely African features, and there's definitely some Asian features, 100%. Like, I could tell by this boy's eyes right here, like, there's not all African in him, right? There's definitely some different cultures, different roots. I mean, look at this group of people. Look at them. You know, they're evidently Magalasi, and they look like a diverse group of people, but you could definitely tell that some of them have some sort of African in them. You know what I mean? And there's definitely some Asian in them as well. And this place could have descended these features through thousands of years. And it's okay if there's some Asian in them. And my point isn't like, you know, oh, well, I'm glad that she's all black. My point is, I'm glad that they had the idea to kind of make a character similar to like Michelle, where there is more than just one culture going on with this character. And, you know, we can see something we might not have known about, you know? And that's interesting. But the problem is Miary Zo, if you look at her face and her features, yeah, I could see her looking a little bit more like, oh goodness, where's that picture at? Somebody in this group, right? But the red eyes kind of throw it off. She can look like somebody in this group, and she could look a little bit like these girls too. I really wish they went with like, you know, brown color eyes or something like that. That would have been, you know, better. But maybe there's like something to that ogre thing. But in her face, she doesn't really look that African, right? She doesn't look that Indonesian either. And if you go to the Twitter here, just tweaking now is what Katsuhiro Harada says. Also fixing a bug where character proportions like Asuka's and others are being incorrectly compiled with the same values, hoping to get that sorted in the next patch. So I said that she looked like Asuka, but maybe I read this wrong the first time. I thought it was saying that she looks like Asuka, but you know, she does look like Asuka right here. Like, let's take a look at Asuka Kazama. She kind of has like the same facial structure as Asuka Kazama right here. Oh, goodness gracious. Is there a way I can see this without... Nope. I sure can't. There's not really a way I could actually like see like a good picture of her. Yeah, she kind of has like Asuka's face a little bit, I feel like. And I think that it could be adjusted a little bit better. For those wondering, this is what her concept art looks like. And her concept art, actually, people were saying that she looks a lot better in her concept art. And they said, it wasn't Harada, I forget the name of the guy who's like the other guy that's over the Tekken team. He said something about they were going to do better to make her look a little bit more like her concept art, which is good of them. I'm glad that they're doing it. Hold on a second. Where do I see the quote retweets on this? All right, there we go. Harada, after just posting the same character model with different lighting and angle to save himself a shit ton of money and get praise. And you know what? That's the truth. No, she doesn't. She looks the same. IMOP is lying. Work in progress. Bro, this is not that much different. She doesn't look... Alright, so again, and Yellow Motion's posting AI. I don't know why he's doing this AI shit. I just don't know. But yeah, this does not look like the concept art very much at all. And I don't understand why people are like, oh yeah, it's so much better. Like, it's practically the same. But I think that they're still working on it is the thing. She still doesn't really have that many like great, I wouldn't say like powerful African features, but you know, whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess this is what they're doing here. Hold on a second. Doomers, there's no difference, bro. This is what I hate about the Tekken community. Excuse me. Look at this picture, right? And look at this picture. What is the main difference besides her hair a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, her face looks... It's a little different, but it's like not that much. Like, it doesn't look like this, that's for sure. And I think that this is the way to go. And people like this the most. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. They're still working on it, but that's the kind of the controversy right now. Like she doesn't really like look like she's representative of Magalisi people, and that's kind of like where people are at. I have hope for the future. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like, oh man, it looks ugly. I don't want it ever, ever, ever in my game. I'm just going to sit here and tell you that it doesn't do Magalisi people justice the way Miary Zo looks right now. Like, not to me. But maybe it is just the eyes. Maybe somebody could Photoshop it to look better. But I do think that tweaking it, like she still has work that they could do. But, that's where I'm at. And there's a theory that she might be related to Ogre because Ogre, I guess there's different ogres in the world on every, like, continent or, like, archipelago or island. And she has a bracelet with ogre's tattoos on it or something like that. And yeah, you see it. I don't know. Maybe she could be like related to ogre in some way. She has red eyes, but I think that ogre wouldn't be like in the form of like a normal human. You know what I mean? Because ogre, I mean, he's in the form of a human, but like obviously he's green. Like, and she's not green. She just has red eyes. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all I got to say about this is that I just wanted to talk about the controversy and how Miary Zo didn't really seem like the best representation of Magalisi people. And, hopefully they continue to change her to look a little bit better and not to keep this like anime Asian person look. I think they would really do the character justice. And I think that it would make more people of Africa like a little bit happier. You know what I mean? Or people of African descent. I'm of African descent, and quite frankly, I just think they could do better. But anyway, I'm done here. Let me know what you think, and I'm out.